Hey, I'm Ron Dichter, and welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. Today, I thought I'd take a little bit of time and really talk about the concept projecting grandeur, because I really want to clarify that projecting grandeur doesn't mean fake it until you make it. And I know we hear a lot of times people saying, well, you got to fake it until you make it and pretend like you're this thing, but that's very disingenuous. And the concept of projecting grandeur isn't about pretending to be something that you're not, or going out and pretending like the thing that you're after, that you already have. Projecting grandeur is about being so confident in the thing that you're doing, whether it's a product you're taking to market, whether it's something that you're selling to a consumer or a business, whether it's a software you're developing, it doesn't matter. Projecting grandeur is about being very, very confident in the belief that what you're doing is not only going to work, but it's going to impact your customers, or whatever your ideal customer profile is that you're going to have an impact on it. And so when you think about projecting grandeur, it has to start with a belief. You have to believe that what it is that you're doing is going to manifest itself into a fully functioning business that, whether it be changing the world or delivering a best-in-class product or just something simple, enhancing somebody's life, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to believe in your heart of heart that what you're doing is going to work. So once you have that belief, the next part about it is making sure that you understand how you're going to get there, right? And obviously the the best placed plan is only a plan until you put it into action. So obviously there's some trial and error that's going to come with any new business or any new career change. But when you have the belief that what it is you're going to do is going to be, significantly impactful, and it's going to translate itself into a viable business or career change, you have to understand then how to get there. And we talked a lot about in the last episode about knowing when it's time to go all in. But you also need to spend more time on just thinking about what that plan is, right? And so long before you go all in, you have to have a plan of how you're going to be able to, sell and go to market. So when I think about projecting grandeur, it starts with that belief in the product, in the service, in the offering. And then the second part of it is making sure that you believe in how you're going to get there. What is that sales process going to look like? What is the onboarding process going to look like? What is your support going to look like? And you don't have to have this all figured out. But in your head, and maybe even on paper, you have to have a very well thought out plan. Not just what your thing is, not just what you're going to sell, but how you're going to sell it, how you're going to support it, how you're going to onboard it. And when you in your mind, and maybe even on paper, have all that dialed in, now what happens is you actually have this belief. You're not faking anything. You're not pretending. You believe in your heart of heart, and you're the hardest person to convince. If you can convince yourself that this idea that you have, this business that you have, this concept that you have is going to work, and you believe in your heart of heart that you're going to be able to sell it, and you believe that you're going to be able to support it, well, now what happens is you're not faking this. You just haven't executed on the plan yet. And there's a difference between fake it until you make it and projecting grandeur. Projecting grandeur is about once you have that solidified, opinion, view, concept, and you believe in it, and you believe you can be able to sell it, and you believe you can support it. Now what you're doing is you're seeing the future. And in that future, you're projecting out to your customers or potential customers, projecting out to your potential team members, and projecting out to the world that this is what I'm going to do. This is what I was set on this earth to do, and I am going to project to you how grand, how amazing, how just awesome this thing that I'm doing is, and that's projecting grandeur. Again, it's not fake it until you make it. It's not pretend that you know what you're doing and maybe your experience will catch up. No, it's belief. And you have to believe before anybody else is going to believe in you. Because if you don't believe in your concept, if you don't believe in your product, if you don't believe in your service, and you don't believe that you know how to sell it, and you don't believe that you know how to support it, well, how in the world is somebody going to believe you that you can do these things? So projecting grandeur is very different than faking it. Faking it means maybe I can do this. I hope I can do this. Possibly I'll be able to do this if I work hard enough. That's hope. I don't like starting anything on hope. I like starting things on belief. So again, you must believe in you. You must believe in your concept. You must believe that what you are going to do will work. And once you believe it yourself, now you need to go tell everyone about it. You need to go tell your customers what it is you're going to be. You know, maybe you haven't even started yet. Maybe you haven't even gotten out of the gate. But you got to tell your customers, this is the future. This is what I'm going to do. This is why it's so important for you to sign, to buy, to join us now. Because this is the future that we are creating. And we want you to be a part of it. And you don't just have to take my word for it. Here's the plan. Here's how we're going to execute on all of this. And once you have that mindset, man, that's when you can project grandeur. And that's when the world will believe that you know what you're talking about. And so, again, you're not faking it until you make it. You're projecting grandeur. You're telling the world what you already know isn't here, how amazing you're going to be. So, go convince yourself. Go get belief in who you are from you. Go sell yourself on this product, this service, this idea, this career change that you want to do. Go get yourself believing what you are saying. And then once you do that, then the world is yours. Have a great day. I'm Ron Dichter.